Hey, my people, always much love. Definitely sent to you. You know, whenever it's time to go ahead and get stuff done, you gotta go ahead and get stuff done. Hex right now is at 3 cents, 4 cents. I think I got the email from Nomics that he went up. So I think it's at 4 cents right now. 4 cents. Uh, it's a great time to buy. It's been a great time to buy Hex. If you don't understand the concept, I'm gonna give it to you really quick. Hex is just a crypto coin that works, that allows it or allows you to work it as a certificate of deposit. If you don't know what a certificate of deposit is, go on YouTube, go on Google, type in, it'll show you. But certificates of deposits, in other words, it's just you're putting your money in the bank. Sort of like most people do it as they put their savings in the certificate of deposit, and they leave it there and it's locked. You can't get it out. And with that, sometimes they offer you a good, well, not really, not, unless the market is kind of down and so forth, and the bank really needs money. I don't know. Maybe the rates are a little bit high. I'm sorry, not the market down, but if the bank needs money, then they might tell you a higher rate. I think 0.5 or something like that. Ridiculous, right? Ridiculous rate. But it's at least you're getting a little something for putting your money away. And of course, with inflation, your money is like, even if you got a good deal, it will be the same way. But certificates of deposits have been around. The most certificates of deposits are in the U.S. and in China. I suggest you follow a gentleman by Richard Hart. He is the founder of Hex. Now, he is the founder also of another project that's coming that's related to Hex called Pulsechain. Think about Ethereum. Then you'll have then Pulsechain. Just think about those both. They're like do the same thing. PulseX it's also another project he has. Think about Uniswap. What Uniswap does, PulseX does. But Hex works as a certificate of deposit. The first cryptocurrency ever made to be worked as a certificate of deposit. But here you get a higher gain. You know what a Bitcoin miner is? A Bitcoin miner, actually, what they do, let me go ahead and tell you. They go ahead and buy equipment that is very expensive. And then you don't even know if it's new or used because somebody outside of the United States, I don't know where, but that's where you would get it from. And you might get it from, don't know. You might pay for it and never get it. That's most of the stories, but sometimes you get it and you might get it used and so forth. So one, you gotta make sure that you hopefully trust the person that is bringing it to you. Two, you also have to go ahead and waste a lot of electricity, a lot of power, a lot of money is gonna go into your electricity bill. Okay, so when you do that, you have that going, you have the machines going, you have your electricity going, the power's running, the computers are running, and hopefully you can make something back, but it's working to go ahead and do the whatever it does. All we know is that it works to get more Bitcoin, right? So it breaks it down, and hopefully you get a little bit of Bitcoin and so forth. But you really don't. To give you the truth, you really don't get much, especially at this time. It's already gone. But let me go ahead and tell you something. Hex actually will go ahead and work like Bitcoin, except one, you don't have to buy equipment, and two, you don't have to waste a lot of electricity. You go ahead and stake your hex. So you buy your hex, right? Buy your hex, buy a certain amount. I preferably, in my opinion, this is not financial advice, but preferably more than a T-share for you to go ahead and stake. So you buy hex, right? Save your money and then buy hex. Get the hex, stake it for the average time they've been staking is 5 to 6 years, 7 years, around there. It's up to you. Stake it, and every single and it's gonna be working. It's gonna feel like it's working nonstop because it'll start pulling or minting more bitcoins to you. It starts giving you not bitcoins, hex coins. It starts giving you more hex coins. And the reason it does that is because people who actually promise to go ahead and stake their hex for a certain amount of time, decide to go ahead and end their stake, whether it's because of an emergency or something, they're penalized. So they get their actual money that they went ahead and staked, but they'll lose the interest and so forth, and then all that is split up. It's split up through all the people who are still in the stake, and still going and promising what they said they would do, which is lock their money or their hex in this coin for a certain amount of time. And that's how hex works. And then, at the end of the stake, you go ahead and pull your hex out, and not only are you going to have the amount that you put in, but you're going to have way more. Depends on the amount of time. So go to hex.com and see what's going on. Check out Richard's channel on YouTube. He explains it way better than I can. Just know that it's the main project that we talk about here in Ulosophy when it comes to finances and getting rich, getting money, becoming, having, a self-sustaining money going machine. Because this system that Hex has allows you to do that as well, in things called like the ladder. They're called the ladders. So imagine every single year, a certain, you get Hex, and you can do it for the rest of your life. Many things that you can be done, and we'll go ahead and talk more about it. But Hex is it is the future. I'm telling you. So buy Hex as soon as you can. And just start buying hex every single week. When do you get paid? Every single week. Start putting in some money and buying hex. I would suggest to put in at least 200 or 300. This is not financial advice, just my opinion. Around 300, whatever your status is, right? Like whatever amount of money you're getting. I'm talking to the normal average Joe, but whatever money you're getting, put some like 10%, 20%, 30%. I don't know. Some are just like they're going all in. They're out. They're doing their work. They're doing their work. They get paid their weekly check, and then they're doing a part-time job, delivering pizzas, delivering food, being food delivery. That to buy more hex. This is the time. The rate that it's at right now, oh my God. The system has been proven. These guys have gotten so much money. It's incredible. Fortunately, we missed it. Because Hex started in early 2020 during the pandemic, when the pandemic kind of started blowing up. So then it's, it didn't do much, and then suddenly it went up 10,000x from where they were. So basically, if you put $1,000 into Hex back in early 2020 when it came out, right now you definitely would have been a millionaire. Right now it's at 3 or 4 cents. Imagine when Bitcoin was at 3 or 4 cents. Bitcoin was at 3 or 4 cents or at one time. Imagine then. Imagine if you had a machine to go back, but you could only go back as much to where the Bitcoin was actually 3 or 4 cents. Would you buy some? Of course, because they ended up going all the way to 69,000. Now doesn't mean that I'm for Bitcoin and I'm a Hexican. I'm Hex all the way. There may be other things here and there that we may talk about, but it's Hex. We're going all in on Hex. That is what I, in my opinion, believe, and it's what Ulosophy believes when it comes to the financial part of our system. We got the spiritual side, we got the mindset side, and then we have the financial side. The financial side, every single thing has to be going non-stop. It never stops. You never get to the point. It always keeps going, and you have to go ahead and keep the machine going. So as of right now, the financial part of Ulosophy is Hex. Again, this is my opinion. This is not financial advice. Seek a financial professor or professional, whatever, what degree. This is just my opinion. If I don't want you to take it, if you don't take it, that's great. It's up to you. That crap that they say that I'm like financial advice is true. All right. So this applies to this video as well. But yeah, Hex all the way. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it more in depth. I'm gonna start making more videos, getting more in depth into it, so we can go ahead and not only bring the name of Hex to more people around our space, but actually give people an opportunity to go ahead and make great amounts of money, because I have in my mind is going up. This coin is different because of the owner is different. Check out Richard Hart. Look at his videos, and you'll see why. Check out his book called Sci-Fi. Incredible. I love it. So yes, that's the message. But also, there's people out there who already know about Hex that we have talked about. There's people in Ulosophy that are already know about Hex, and they're out there delivering pizzas, doing overtime. They're over there delivering food. They're over there doing side jobs. They're over there doing Uber, whatever, on the side to go ahead and buy more Hex, because it's at 4 cents. 3 or 4 cents. They're trying to get as much as we get. Imagine if you could go back and get Bitcoin at 3 or 4 cents. You'll go ahead and work as a guy picking up poop if you had to. But you would go ahead and work a side job to go ahead and buy as many Bitcoins as you had. This is your opportunity, guys. This is your opportunity. You've been risking your life from the start, from the moment that you got out of your mom's womb. You've been risking your life. You were not promised to get out of that womb alive or to stay alive. That's a process. When everything was created, you weren't promised to go ahead and make it. You've been risking it. Things had to be applied and crushed and made so you can go ahead and be who you are. And it's a risk. You've been risking your life every single day. Every single time you go outside, you're risking your life. When you're driving, when you're walking, when you're doing whatever. Life is a risk. Life is a risk. That's it. You're not promised anything other than taxes and death. Why not take a chance here? Why not? Read on it. Get on it. And please, check out Richard's Hart channel. Check out Richard's Hart Twitter and Instagram. I think it's Richard Hart Win at YouTube, at Twitter. I don't know. Just pull up Richard Hart. It should be up there. It's easy to find, or just put Richard Hart. A matter of fact, just go to Hex and you'll start there. Start there and you'll get to his Instagrams. I don't know his Instagrams by memory. So I'm gonna try to get them by memory so I can go ahead and share them with you day by day. But I love you guys. I'm out here in the field. You know, we're working, we're making things done. We're trying to go ahead and get to that level. So we're out here working. It's a weekend. It does not stop. We're doing what we have to do to go ahead and get more hex. That's the point. Get more hex. Get more hex. Get more hex. So we can get enough so we can stake them. And then just like a money machine, it goes up and up and up and up, and it starts minting more coins, more coins, more coins, more coins. And then at the end of your stake, you know what actually happens is that they burn the coins that you staked. They burn them, so the value of the coins is lower, so the value of the price goes up. Genius. So once your stake is over, you have to mint your coins, and you mint them. Nobody else mints them. Richard doesn't mint them. Hex doesn't mint them. You mint them for yourself. You mint your coins. And you keep your keys, you keep your coins. That's your coins, and nobody can take them away from you. That's how it works. See you guys.